Jalgar Premantis Kung Fu has several different breathing exercises. Breathing exercises are known as Neigong in Cantonese, Qigong in Mandarin, and Qi in Japanese. The use of the Neigong breathing has special purposes, such as fighting or for healing. There are many variations of Neigong techniques in the Jalgar Premantis Kung Fu. The Gum Zhong, seen here, meaning golden bell iron shirt cover, is one such Neigong exercise to withstand blows to the body. This can be termed as passive internal energy. Then there is Dip Guat Gong, seen here, or rib bone power training. It is to develop and strengthen the rib cage and plays an important part of the mantis gang or shock power. This type of shock power is stimulated through many training exercises of this system. Eventually, one must go through the softer Neigong methods, which can be termed as active internal power. This is where one can transmit this energy to another. Through continuous practice of Neigong exercises, one can send the internal energy to any part of the body at any given time, whether it be the legs or the arms. Neigong exercises can be done by moving, by keeping still, stretching, twisting, or balancing. One special Neigong exercise is the cleansing of the body's vital air channel, called Wei Gong. One has to sit cross-legged with this exercise to elevate one's awareness. However, all Neigong exercises, whether hard or soft, are vitally important, and they all must have the full concentration of the person's mind. Sabba Umging Sao, 18 internal dark power hands. Dark because you cannot see the internal energy. As I explained earlier about the different levels of Neigong training, Sabba Umging Sao is neither too hard or soft. It is a focused Neigong training exercise formed by concentration on a particular move or technique. To start, firstly one should know how to breathe. Breathing should be directed towards your dantian. The dantian is a point 3 inches below the navel and lies about 2 inches inside. Breathing should be smooth and the techniques of Sabba Umging Sao should be evenly placed. With such control, this allows the person to concentrate and focus on the vital energy through a specific technique. Mental concentration is very necessary throughout the whole Sabba Umging Sao form. The mind must focus on the hands and wrists because, as you can see with this exercise, there is a great deal of wrist and hand movement. Neigong exercise training takes many years to develop, but even after a few months one will feel the benefits. Through continuous exercise, you will feel rejuvenated, invigorating all the internal organs, strengthening the joints, bones and muscle structure. When we breathe, it has an effect over our body. Breathing in has an effect over our marrow in the bones. Exhaling has an effect over our muscles. For health-wise issues, one will balance the body mentally and physically. This is where the yin-yang principle comes into play. Yin-yang is known as yum-yang in Cantonese. For fighting, one will gain an aura of strength that will act like a force field around the body that will play its part in self-defense. The starting stage of Neigong breathing exercises can be compared to planting a seed in the ground. Once it sprouts, then there is strong intention to practice more. Practice Neigong movements diligently and regularly. The best time to practice is in the early morning. All movements of Sabba Umging Sao must be synchronized with your breathing. Observe each movement. Take your time to practice is really what matters with the intent of mastering. Through the continuous practice of all Neigong exercises, the Hei, or Qi as known in Mandarin, will overflow with the abundance of energy that will fill the arms, legs, fingertips and hands and awakening the mental powers of the person. This internal energy rises up through the feet, through to the legs, waist, to the arms and the hands, and will be a vital asset for fighting. Now let's start the Sabba Umging Sao form. First, with your feet together, go into your right stance with 50-50 weight on each leg. Before one starts the exercise, the tip of the tongue must touch the upper palate behind the teeth. This is said to be linking the body with the mind. From the front, we will concentrate on the breathing. As your arms come away from your chest, breathe in. As they go down, exhale, lift up, breathing in, over your eyes. Exhale, breathe in, lifting up over your eyes, and exhale. Breathe in and exhale. Cup back both hands, breathing in. Push forward, exhale. Breathe in, exhale. Breathe in as you cup back, push forward, exhale. Breathe in as you lift up both hands. Down, exhaling. Breathe in, exhale. Breathe in, exhale, and in palm. Cup back both arms, turn wrists, and exhale. Claw out, breathing in. Push in, exhale. Claw out, breathe in, push in with crane's beak, exhaling. Claw out, push in with crane's beak, exhaling. Make a ball, breathing in, exhale. As you go down, lift up over your eyes, breathing in, thrust forward, draw back, thrust forward again, up, then palm, draw back, strike to the left side, fun sail, opening hands, strike to the right side, fun sail, opening hands, make a ball, breathe in, exhale as you go down, bring both palms together, and finish. Now let's see the Satbam Gingsao form, this time from the side. Right stance, place your hands on your chest. As you push down, concentrate on the forearms. Over your eyes, concentrate on the wrist. When you cut back, concentrate on the outside of the wrist. Push forward the forearms. When you lift up, concentrate on top of the wrist, and when going down, concentrate on the palms. When palming forward, concentrate on the center of the palms. Concentrate on the inside of the wrist when cutting back. Concentrate on the fingers when you push forward. Concentrate on the claw. Now concentrate on the crane's beak. Now concentrate on the inside of the forearms. Lift up, down, over your eyes, and thrust. Draw back, thrust again. Up, palm, draw back. Double claw to the left side, fun sail. Double claw to the right side, and fun sail. Bring both palms together, and finish. Now let's see a close-up view of Satbam Gingsao. First, the respect sequence. Try to make all your techniques in Satbam Gingsao smooth and synchronize them with your breathing. Try to be patient when practicing with the intent of mastering, as with all Neigong exercises. There are different stages of Neigong training. At one stage, you must let each breath penetrate every part of the body. This is called controlling the Hei or Qi energy. Focus on each technique. As you can see, Satbam Gingsao places a lot of attention on the hands and the wrist movements. Towards the end of the Satbam Gingsao form, the movements are performed fast. This is because when you have summoned up your Neigong energy, you then release that energy through those fast techniques. Now, sub-arm Gengsao, this time from the side. First, the respect sequence. During the practice of the sub-arm Gengsao, one should breathe in through the nose and exhale through the nose. Grit your teeth with your mouth closed. After a long time practicing, your dantin will fill up with the abundance of Neigong or Qigong energy. Neigong exercise will balance the body both mentally and physically. The body becomes fitter, healthier and stronger. Through continuous practice of the Neigong training, one will build an aura of strength around the body. This aura of strength will have a sound effect on your self-defense capabilities. During the practice of sub-arm Gengsao, try to pay attention to all the wrist and hand movements. Now, sub-arm Gengsao from a different angle. From this angle, you can clearly see the hand and wrist movements. Throughout the whole form, there should be a slight tension in the legs with the toes gripping the floor, tension with the trunk of the body, and in the arms. But do not strain. Keep the breathing smooth with this slight tension. The tongue should be on the upper palate behind the teeth. After you have practiced the sub-arm Gengsao form, you may have collected saliva in your mouth. Do not spit it out. Straighten your head and swallow. This will increase your vitality and help build up your internal power. Now let's see singular Neigong exercises of the Jalga praying mantis system. First, the wrist training exercise. Breathe in as you pull back. Exhale as you thrust your fingers forward. Grip the floor with your toes. There is a slight tension with the legs, arms and waist. Concentrate on the fingers when pushing forward. This exercise will strengthen your wrist and fingers. The second is an up and down movement. Lift up both hands with the palms facing upwards. Turn over the palms and press down. Concentrate the energy on your wrist. Grip the floor with your toes. There is a slight tension around the waist and in the arms. When you press down, you can slightly close your rib cage. This will be explained in further chapters of the breathing exercises of the Southern praying mantis system. And a close-up view. Make sure you breathe deep to your dantin. The dantin is 3 inches below the navel and lies about 2 inches inside. The third, lift up both arms over your eyes and push out in front of you. Concentrate the energy on your wrists. Again, grip the floor with your toes, slight tension with the legs and with the waist and with the arms. Try to concentrate that the vital energy is flowing down the arms. This is very important in all Neigong training exercises. This one is from the shoulders. Push both palms out with the fingers pointing inwards. When bringing back, turn both palms to face inwards. Breathe in when you pull back, exhale as you push forward. When you bring back both arms, it is as if you was holding a large drum. Concentrate the vital energy on the wrists. Lift both palms above your head. Your hands should be at the side of your head when you lift up. Breathe in as you lift. Exhale when bringing both hands down. Again, there should be tension with the legs, arms and the trunk of the body. And a close-up view. And the palm exercise. Lift both hands up, then palm in front of you. Concentrate the Neigong energy on the center of your palms, the thumb and the forefinger. Coordinate this exercise with your breathing. Exhale as you push out, and a close-up view. Breathe in and exhale as you push forward. Now the fingers. This exercise is to develop your finger power, known as Ji-lik. Claw in and then push out. Claw in and push out. Grip the floor with your toes and there is tension around the arms, waist and fingers. And a close-up view. Concentrate the energy on your fingers. This exercise is very important in the Jalgar Praying Mantis martial art. The next, bring both hands out to the sides, coming from under your armpits. Then turn your palms over to face upwards and bring them both in. And again repeat. Breathe deep to your dantian. Grip the floor with your toes. Slight tension in the legs, arms and waist. And now the whole sequence, this time from the side. First the respect sequence. During the whole practice of all these single breathing exercises, try to keep your elbows away from your stomach. The purpose of keeping your elbows away from your stomach is to let the vital energy run through the arms more smoothly. And the third over your eyes. The fourth from the shoulders. Fifth, palming. Six, pulling in with your fingers. This is a common technique throughout the whole Southern Prey Mountainous Kung Fu. Lifting up, seven, number 7. And the 8th technique, bringing both hands out to the side. And finally finish. Now let's see the whole Satpa Umging Sao form once again. First, the respect sequence. Try to follow the movement carefully. Now let's take a closer look at those last fast techniques of Satpa Umging Sao. First, thrust. Draw back. Thrust again. Lift up. Palm strike. Draw back your hands. Double claw to the left side. Fun Sao or opening hands. Double claw to the right side. Fun Sao. Make a round movement, bring both palms together to finish. So you have seen Satpa Umging Sao, which means 18 internal dark power hands. You have also seen simple breathing exercises. The importance of breathing exercises is to improve your health, improve your internal organs, improve the health of internal organs, and improve your strength or your aura, also to improve
throughout the whole body, which will give strength to both your arms and your legs. So when you do any techniques in the martial arts, techniques in fighting or in application of self-defense, your arms and legs will have more strength, more power. You will also build up an aura of strength around your body that I believe others can feel over the years that you've been practicing the martial arts. They can feel this energy, and one part of this energy actually comes from doing breathing exercises such as Sabba. There are many different breathing procedures in Qigong or Heigong in Cantonese. I use Cantonese slang for breathing exercises, and that is called Heigong. Mandarin we call this Qigong, and in Japanese they call it Ki. It is the same principle though, it is the same meaning for breathing exercises, or air strength or air power. There are many different variations and many different stages of Neigong. I just run through them very quickly. For instance, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, we have breathing exercises where we sit on the floor in the lotus position. This is to block the vital energies down the legs and circulate that energy to go up. This is more to achieve these special powers that often many people talk about in the East. Other exercises, breathing exercises are for health, such as you may have heard Bang Jing, for instance, or Taiping, the croquet. This improves health, or Tai Chi as well, which also improves health. But most of all, they all deal with self-defense tactics. In other words, they all incorporate the energy of the body to improve your technique in the martial arts. So for health, for power, Buddhist breathing exercises, these all deal with the breath. And they all improve the body in a different way, but all related. Going back to Sabba King Sao. Now, obviously, when I first showed you Sabba King Sao, it's very basic level. In other words, like as I breathe down, I keep my body still, whatever I'm doing. But try to understand that this is the basic level of doing Heigong movement, Heigong exercise. Because the advanced level, we must channel the Qi energy, the Heigong energy, up through the legs. It comes into the stomach and it circles back, circles over the shoulders and through the arms. And the waist acts like to push it on, to push that internal energy through to the arms. So when you have done Sabba King Sao, say for 6 or 7 months, you may be able to, and I say maybe, how able to do Sabba King Sao like this. As you down, breathe in. You do the Sabba King Sao with the waist and the dip one on, which is another video, to bring that energy out, and that power comes through the arms, just like an electric shock. So when you're doing Sabba King Sao, you must use this kind of action with the stomach, waist, and the ribs. This is very important in the Java framework system, especially the power of the ribs and the waist, and especially for hitting, because without the waist, the arms will lack power. So the energy flies up through the legs, and so as I come down over my eyes, I use this kind of action. It's sort of it's like a shaking movement. And actually, as I punch, the energy, the waist will push that internal energy onwards, and it comes out the fingertips or the phoenix like this. So when you're doing Sabba King Sao, eventually you will have to go through this particular stage of using something that cannot be taught to a beginner. It has to be trained for, and over the years it's more of a case of actually feeling the energy and actually doing this to actually push that energy further. It's nothing to do with just doing the movement, it's actually to bringing in that energy up through the legs and out through the arms. And that's very important for any of your techniques, striking to the various parts of the body. It'll actually send the energy down the arms to a much greater degree. So, although I've explained some things out just like this, which is important as well, because if I don't explain it like this in the beginning, it's going to be very difficult to actually to do this. So, when you're doing some things out, we learn eventually. You learn to use this type of energy from your waist and the energy coming up through the legs. So some things must be eventually go through that particular level. There are different levels of energy in Jalba Pranamas. One is called Chogen, which means Chogen means that your strength is rough and it's not very controlled. Then there's Nangen, it means that your strength is becoming hidden. And then there is totally Gengen. Gengen means that you have shock power. And this is very important because in self-defense you will need that shock power. And it's done through all the different types of exercises, all the different types of training exercises, like pushing arms, grinding leg, first form, etc. in the manner system. And as well as Sabbat against up. So I don't like to shortchange myself. In other words, I don't like you to think that Neigong is just done like this, because the trouble is with the video, you'll only get one dimension. But in actual fact, as you progress, the dimension becomes more vast. So eventually, when you're doing stuff like this, try to remember how you